Sup, dog?
Good morning, everybody.
Thought we switched up a little bit.
Right, too many haze coming from us.
Exactly. But no, we're hopping into the next episode of The Marvelous Miss Maisel. It feels like a lifetime in between episodes because lately there's been some pretty big cliffhangers at the end of the episodes, and I can't wait to watch the next episode.
Yeah, it's a really well written, what happens now kind of thing. They really end episodes on big moments.
Exactly.
So you really do want to kind of jump into the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, our big one on the last episode was Midge confesses to the entire family that she's doing stand-up and tries to explain that. And I think it was the right timing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she should have told the cooks to hold on to dinner until she came and got them, so there are a few interruptions there. And I feel like the important thing about that was everybody else's reaction. You know what I mean? Like that was the thing of note. Is like it's not Midge's delivery or her timing or anything else. She completely came clean finally.
Yeah.
But it's kind of taught us is how everyone else reacted. The Maisels were terrible in their reaction.
They were the worst about it, I feel like.
I really do.
Now, everybody was hungry, and it was a long day.
Right.
I don't know if that factors into it, but I doubt it. I think it was more vain than that. You know?
Sure, but I do think that's kind of the joke. It's like, let's catch everyone at their absolute worst moment when they're just starving and there's food on the way.
Well, it was definitely true for Rose.
Yeah.
Rose was just confused about Susie being there.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. We didn't really touch upon the reaction at the end of the last video. They almost didn't seem to care, really. The only ones that really cared about it were... obviously, the Maisels. You know?
Yeah, the Maisels seem to be the most opinionated about it.
Yes. Abe doing a very bad job of pretending like he didn't know.
Yeah, Abe was feigning shock, and that's all it was. It's like, how can you bring this? What are you talking about?
The best part about that was Noah being like, "Oh, is this why you're mad?"
Yeah.
Like, this is why you're angry, isn't it?
And Midge kind of accused him of making it about him, and I think she's right.
Midge did?
Yeah, Midge accused Noah of, like, you're making this about you.
Well, because
Noah says, like, he's like, not everything's about you. Uh-huh. Well, this conversation is, I'm the one who started it to talk about me. So I think she's right. Yes, Noah's right that his dad's lashing out at both kids, but he really did kind of try to hijack it a little bit.
He did. It's weird, though, because Noah's the golden boy, essentially.
For sure.
And, being in the doghouse is never fun, but... Uh-huh. I don't know. There's a lot of loose ends from the last few episodes that we need to tie up. I don't think Abe is going to stay mad. I mean,
I don't think either one of them are. I don't think anybody is. Here's my question, though. Do you think, because I was thinking about this earlier this week, do you think that Noah's revelation, right? What the
government,
right, him working for the not as a spy, but he's working. Obviously he's working on like a scientific program.
If we get like a Noah James Bond,
exactly. Do you think that kind of softens the blow for the landing for Midge? You know what I mean? Do you think like?
I mean, a little bit. I think it's more different. I think it's more different. I think it's more that Rose is a little more liberated now than she was before. She got to live in Paris for a bit. Even Abe, you know what I mean? Like, he was obviously pretty upset about it when they were in the Catskills.
I get why.
Yeah.
It's not just the fact that he found out she was doing comedy, it's what she was saying.
Yeah.
He and his wife were the butt of some really personal jokes.
Some really dirty jokes.
For I don't know how long, but the set seemed to go on a while.
She's like, Papa, it was blue collar.
Blue.
You came on Blue Night, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I do think their time in Paris has kind of help them see things differently. They're obviously the same people, but they should be a little more understanding now.
Yeah, I don't.
She took a nude modeling class for
sure. I don't think Rose is upset. I don't think she gets it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I think she's more confused than anything, which is kind of what we thought. We thought she'd be mad, but mostly because she didn't even understand what her job is, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean you're a stand-up comic? These the Wisemans don't strike me as the kind of people to go to a lot of stand-up comedy shows.
No.
Or buy the party albums, right?
Exactly. I think it might shock them if they actually knew what it was. Obviously, Abe was shocked.
Right. I would bet money at some point that different members of the family, all of them, maybe not together, end up going and watching her perform.
I would love to see that.
And I think there's going to be more genuine shock and confusion at that moment than just finding out like this what she's doing. I would guess.
I agree with you, and I think that like when they find out she's actually successful at it, they're like, "You make money doing this?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah." Kind of like how in the last season when Abe was like, "You have a job?"
Right.
And he kept coming back asking questions.
Like, do you have daycare?
Exactly. Right. Exactly. And I think it's going to be a nice parallel to that.
Sure. There is something to be said, I think, in Abe's eyes, to the fact that she's kind of being self-sufficient and a self-starter.
Sure.
Because, when she got divorced, the big fear of the parents was, oh my God, you're a single mother.
Yeah.
You have no other skill but being a wife.
Yeah.
And that's where their tragedy was, right? It was like, oh my God, you are, you're an orphan now. You've been kicked out to the cold by the only thing you can possibly do, which is be married.
Mm-hmm.
And I think finding out that that's not really the case may take some time for them to understand that world where women can be self-sufficient. I mean, let's face it, man, it's the late 50s, That's a tough call, especially for a lifestyle. But if she can make significant money doing something else, I think they can come around to that.
Well, I think we're also going to get into the women's liberation too, because we're watching Mad Men, and that's kind of happening on that.
Almost the same period too, right?
Yeah, a few years ahead, obviously. But I think as the show moves forward, there will be some nice symmetry with that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think I don't know if it's an accent, but picking this exact period is like this. Like both shows are dealing with. Wait a second. Not only can women work because they work on both shows, right? Women have been employed way before the 50s, but actual significant career success is coming on both shows to women that is catching people off guard on both. You know what I mean? So maybe this is the time where that kind of starts emerging in the world. Like women can't just be secretaries, teachers, nurses. Mm-hmm. Now we're getting to a world where women can be successful business people,
exactly,
or very successful entertainers, right?
Yeah, we're getting into Peggy on Mad Men, and sometimes when I look back and I think what the shows we watched during the week, I kind of get the shows mixed up sometimes.
Oh, sure.
I'm like, wait, no, that was Maisel. No, that was Mad Men. You know what I mean?
Like lines and stuff like that.
Yeah, kind of. And so it's really fun to have these two shows going at the same time.
Right. I was thinking about the Abe thing, the comparison. Yeah. And maybe you can help me. There's a movie. And there's a conversation. It might have been Steel Magnolias. I don't know. But it was a woman who, the line kept going through my head. And she was talking about someone who came out to her parents. Uh-huh. And she's like, so what he said was, I have cancer. And their mom starts freaking out. She says, just kidding. I'm only gay. And I don't know. Help us out, guys, if you know what I'm talking about. I just have that line in my head from something, and I don't remember what it is. But that came into my head after,
you should know it, because my mom's
comparison
favorite movie is Steel Magnolias, so I should know that.
I saw it 8 times when I was a kid because of family, but it's been years, right?
I always get that and the Jack Nicholson one.
Terms of Endearment?
I get those two mixed up all the time.
Fried Green Tomatoes was right in there, too.
Yeah,
they're tonally very similar.
Yes, they are.
And I think Fried Green Tomatoes came after Steel Magnolias. I could be wrong about that, but I think it was right after and as a direct result of oh, wait, let's turn around and do this one because Steel Magnolias was such a crazy hit.
I've never seen Fried Green Tomatoes.
I don't know if I've seen all of it. I mean, it's Jessica Tandy and...
I love Jessica Tandy.
Right. And, oh my God, Kathy Bates. Yeah. Kathy Bates' name was, I almost said Misery.
Jessica Tandy and Misery.
Oink, oink. Yeah. We're going to go and get started here, guys. We're going to welcome a couple more Patreon subscribers for the last day or so. So, sorry. Pete Fenthabity. That's probably very wrong. Mark Dixon and Ajwan. Thank you so much, guys, and welcome. We're very glad you're here, and I'm sorry I destroyed your names yet again.
We are glad you guys are here. Thank you. If you're watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Good morning.
If you mind hit the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
Absolutely. If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this episode of Maisel and everything else we've watched or are watching, please check out the link in the description below to our Patreon page. There's an awful lot of content there going up weekly. We're grinding. You will have to sync and watch along on your own streaming service. We're watching this obviously on Amazon Prime, the only place you can probably really get it. We're also right. We're also watching 30 Rock right now as a Patreon exclusive, and that's a good time.
It's so funny.
Hi.
I'm Mrs. Maisel. I'm on the road the next few days, but unlike your innocence,
we have moved forward. Yeah.
Good night.
Unlike your innocence, I'll be back.
I am so excited to see her tour.
I want to see
how that goes. Yeah. She wants an autograph.
Oh, that's funny.
She wants your autograph.
Really?
Wow.
That's awesome.
That is.
This is really cool.
You look so shy, too.
It's always weird asking for an autograph. I've gotten an autograph a couple times.
I've done it before, and it's like, hey, I know I suck, but I know this is rude.
I always do it at concerts. I got buy that album there, and I'm like, can I get your autograph on this?
I've done it for musicians more than anything, yeah.
Days 1 and 2, DC. Day 3,
nice.
Philly. Day 4, Harrisburg. Day 5, back home for the gig at the new club on 23rd.
Yeah, something's going to go wrong, yeah.
You said it's your mother's car.
Oh, my God.
It is.
You stole your mother's car?
Hey, she stole my childhood. I think we're even.
What if...
Oh, my God.
That's insane.
Wyoming's full of cowboys and tough hombres, and cops are less likely to pull us over because they won't want to mess with us.
But you have a New York accent.
Right.
So, 1:30 tomorrow.
Yeah.
1:30. See you, partner.
The mascot is the Wyoming Cowboys.
It is.
Lose Wyoming.
She just did finger guns.
Wyoming is beautiful, though.
Dickie the duck went out walking one day. He
We haven't said it for a while because we haven't had to, but the sets in the show are so freaking good.
Abe listening to this?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Working. We're trying to.
You do know that's Ethan's record.
He's looking for inspiration.
Is he?
Our Bell Labs speech synthesis team is going to be the first in the world to teach a computer to sing.
Oh, the Daisy thing?
Yeah.
And ideally, very few diphthongs in the lyrics.
So kids' music, yeah.
Yeah, it was, because there's that Daisy song. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Daisy.
There's a lot of diphthongs in kids. Oink. There's a lot of oinks.
Yeah.
I saw you and I got nervous. You made me nervous.
That made you vulgar?
No,
I would say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just think if you saw me at a normal gig, you might feel better about it.
That's reasonable, yeah.
$400 for
Figure.
embroidered yarmulkes that say Midge and Joel forever. Explain that to an orphan.
If I see one, I will.
Wow. He's kind of being a brat right now.
I have no time to concern myself with my children's feckless behavior.
Oh my
I'm a man
God.
of science.
As he plays children's records. Yeah, let's hear it. Yeah.
to the bathroom by myself.
That's great.
Big boy went
Let's write that down, yeah. Oh my God.
wiped his bottom by himself.
I hope this is a real song. And not
It's
just one
gotta
for
be.
this, yeah.
There's ridiculous kids potty training videos. Like when I was a kid, I had to watch them.
For sure. So everybody poops the book.
Yeah.
Cheese Danish, a lime Ricky, and a couple of black and whites for dessert.
And some Bruma seltzer to go.
You bet.
Coming right up.
I'll take one of those too. That
Yeah,
sounds
no
great.
kidding.
They are. Mazel tov.
My God, I may have looked at I should tell Archie. Should I tell Archie?
Oh my God.
Different times. Different
Yeah.
times.
Not do that at my shower. If my mother heard you say T-I-T-S, she would, well, she might not do anything because she...
You have to tell Mitch. He's blown it at a wedding.
She has blown the wedding. I forgot about that.
Yes, Nat. Just because it's not wrapped in a pink box like some party cake doesn't make it garbage.
Get out of the trash can. It's gross.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Why?
Am I a mechanic? Just pick it up so we can go.
I do a version of this in my Helen Rubinstein class. Good for the thighs.
I'm kind of curious about that myself. It's like the crankshaft, like right up against the bottom of the
It's got to
seat.
be, right? Yeah. I didn't think we were going to do this season. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. I'm glad. It really sucks that we can't share any of this music on YouTube because the music is always so good on this show.
It is. It's
Yeah.
great needle drops.
Yeah.
But now I'm wondering, does my father not know how to go to the bathroom?
Fire! Fire in the kitchen! Everybody out! To the exits! Now! Go! Go!
What? Why?
What's going on?
There's a fire! Everybody out!
That sucks.
It does suck.
Come on, it hasn't even hit this room yet. It will.
Hasn't even hit this room yet.
I mean, you still better get paid for that gig.
Yeah.
She was doing it.
That's their thing.
Yeah,
After they got a comic there, fire!
right.
Looks like one.
I'll make do with the other 5.
I don't ever use the dressers at hotels.
If I'm going to stay for more than a couple days, I do.
Oh,
If I'm going to be there for like 4 or 5 days plus, yeah.
I was on fire, and then the place was too. Maybe I set the fire.
On the bright side, the guy paid us a whole take.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
So
Jesus.
no one's bringing up my bags?
No.
No.
It's a hotel. You want them, you go get them.
You've never,
You've never carried your own luggage before? Yeah.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, sweetie. Hello?
That was great.
How's Susie's car? Does it run okay?
Hers like a really old angry kitten.
Yeah.
Show them a picture if you have to.
I will.
Bye.
Bye.
He's being very supportive for an ex-husband.
I can't
as
believe
supportive as an ex-husband can be.
It's like you didn't want... I don't understand.
Meaning,
You drive.
I don't know how to drive.
She's never driven
Come from
before,
the
yeah.
city.
Oh, God.
Well, she lives in the city. There's, yeah.
There's a lot of open road.
Right.
Maybe teach her. Maybe learn.
I think the only times they've driven, Abe's been doing the driving for good reason.
That's true.
And maybe Joel.
You know, they can find a parking lot here,
Right.
get the basics out of the way, how to start it. Oh, no.
They're going to get pulled over.
Yes, they are.
Sorry about the room.
Sorry I yelled about the room.
Let's do this.
Say the. Oh, she didn't say the tee up.
Tee up, yeah. Tease up.
Wow, that's not very.
Has anyone here ever gotten alcohol poisoning? In which case, the odds get pretty good again, because it's Philly.
Oh, there's like 4 people there, man.
Is sticking out of your dress.
Yeah, a little. It's a gig. You're getting paid. Work some stuff out in the small crowd.
So what? The guy's going to pay him more than the take on the door?
I know, right? Yeah. So the crowd's good. That's money of them.
False teeth? Real teeth.
Baby teeth.
Large teeth. Adult teeth. Or teeth from a really big baby.
Oh my God.
First of all, don't ever touch the tape recorder. Hear me? And B, that's the most sadistic way. What did I just say?
I think it was Tom Collins.
I love these types of diners.
I was about to say a good breakfast diner. Yes. I love it.
It's like in a big trailer. Love it. Love it.
You have 500 things in that case. You got nothing for bites?
I could do some mascara for you, maybe a little eyeliner.
Yeah, as I say, it's all makeup.
This bite has a bite on it.
Well, wash your face.
Yeah, wash the face. Wash your face, please.
Well, your mother has pulled a fast one.
What now?
She's throwing some sort of soiree and forgot to tell me.
Or you forgot to listen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Yeah.
Miriam, I have to go. I just heard the words potato salad. There's only so much a man can take in his own house.
Potato salad? Who doesn't like potato salad?
Potato salad.
What?
Stop the car. Stop the car.
I can't just stop the car.
Pull over. Pull over.
It's kind of a stressful episode.
Yeah. She didn't show up to the baby shower.
Oh, she forgot about the shower.
Papa on.
Babe, hold on. Let me finish this. So, Mr. Bemis is the sole survivor because he was in the vault.
He can't get on the phone because he's recapping an episode of Twilight Zone.
Love that.
It was Burgess Meredith, wasn't it? Yeah, very young Burgess Meredith.
I love the Twilight Zone so
it's
much.
Good stuff, yeah.
To read, but then...
Does he break his glasses? And there's no one to fix them. You made a big deal about his glasses before.
Yeah, he's like, give me the phone.
Stuck, and I have no excuse. And I want everyone to hear it. I am a terrible
country.
person,
Yeah,
but
Pennsylvania,
I want
Dutch
you all
country.
to know.
You're from Pennsylvania, right?
I am from Pennsylvania.
Ever run into the Dutch out there?
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful country.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll get it when you're back.
Take a picture for me, Archie.
I didn't bring my camera.
Borrow my father's.
No.
And Midge, it's beautiful.
I'm glad.
I'm glad she was able to talk everyone down a little
That's
bit.
great.
There. Especially Imogene. It's Imogene's day. Yeah.
I'm glad she realized, you know.
Yeah.
Those old speakerphones, man, those are so cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
There's a weird aura over this episode.
For sure.
You don't know what's going to happen,
Right.
but it's kind of intense.
This was a big screw up, Susie. Hey, I didn't force that guy to close his club.
You know what? I'm kind of with Midge here. I feel like Susie really blew this.
It's just
Well, I mean, because like you go to one club and there's no audience.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to vet this stuff, right? As a manager,
You have to.
and you go to a hotel that is pure poison that she can't get any sleep. I mean,
The rain is not her fault, though. Leave it at that.
What, are we married all of a sudden?
You're my manager. You're supposed to care how I look.
Susie is really kind of. I know she's kind of being a brat, Midge is a little bit, but nothing she said is wrong.
No.
We are back in New York City! This place of death won't be New Jersey.
No, East Coast traffic is no joke. It is the worst.
Right. I just don't like Susie's blew everything here, and I don't feel, and that's fine. She's new at this, but she's not apologetic of any of it.
No, she's just kind of like. She gets it, obviously, because she's been in show business forever, but you got to kind of break that to the newcomers. You know what I mean? Like, do your best.
Right.
Hit him hard.
You perform
and
with
fast.
mustard all down your
Good.
dress.
Right.
You're fine.
Tits up.
There we go.
There it is.
I'm Mrs. Maisel. Thank you and good night.
Killed it.
Yeah, she still killed
Killed
it.
it.
Yeah. She had no business killing it, but she killed it.
Yeah, we all had a rough week. Thanks for auditioning. I'll pay you next time.
Oh, no.
He's not paying us. What? Prick Rick? He's not paying us.
He has to pay us. We have a contract.
We don't have a contract.
Susie has not done a great job here.
No, not this episode. That's a giant freaking tape recorder, man. Oh my god. Somebody's definitely going to steal that.
You locked a manager in a closet?
What? No, it was a joke. Lighten up. We're in the comedy business, man.
Let her out.
That's not funny.
Joel's about to whoop you.
I think Joel should whoop him. And pay up.
I'd like to know who I'm talking to.
I'm her husband.
Her husband? Well, why the don't you keep her?
Joel!
Oh! Yeah, thank you.
You also have to buy your janitor a new plunger. The one in there is old and sat and lost its suction.
Nice doing business with you.
Dude, Joel's awesome.
Yeah.
He's so great. You just deck that guy in the face.
I thought it was a great line, too. It's like, the way the conversation's going, we're getting up there anyway.
Yeah. That's just one hit.
Yeah.
Go pay her money. Also, we've ended both seasons with him punching somebody in the face.
You know what? There are people trying to take advantage of her.
I love it. I love that Joel's... He's still her man.
Yeah.
Maybe some kind of damsel in distress, but I'm not.
No, you were
Actually, you were locked in a closet.
Well, thank you, and I'm sorry. One time, man.
I know.
Your commission.
Thanks.
So they kind of brush past the tour.
Right.
Is this the most they made on the tour? Because I mean, obviously Harrisburg got canceled.
The first one, I think
Philly
they
didn't look great.
did great on the
Sure.
Right.
Well, you've taken long trips with somebody before. You're kind of over that person.
Sure, of course, right. Everyone needs a break from someone.
Yes.
Like, hey, we hung out.
Up together.
We hung out. Yeah, we hung in a small space for 24 hours a day for a week.
Talk to you in 2 weeks.
Right, let's just not speak.
I mean, where's Zelda?
Zelda? Oh no, it's your mess. Good night.
That's a bit petty.
It was completely petty. It's it's petty punishment.
It is.
Like, I mean, her mom did have to throw the baby shower.
I didn't take a vacation.
Right.
They're playing the Strokes? Okay, this is not contemporary. I love this song, but come on.
Well, it's the first time I think they've done a non-period appropriate song, right?
Yeah. Great song, man. I love that song.
For sure.
Let's check and see if that was the last episode of the season, because if it was, that's kind of a sad note to end on.
Let's take a look, yeah.
Yeah, let's see it real fast.
Nope, there's 10. Okay, so there's 8 season 1, but there's 10 season 2. Okay, well,
cool. There we go.
Order more episodes. Right,
Sure.
yeah, sure. Yeah, because that didn't feel like a finale.
No.
A couple of obvious things that we kind of mentioned. There's a learning curve for both of them, right? For Susie and for Midge, there's a learning curve, right? Midge doesn't know how to drive a car, and didn't have all of her plans taken care of at home before she left, and a lot of basic. Thought a guy's going to bring her bags up to a motel. A lot of things she doesn't know, but I feel like the more of the ball dropping was on Susie's part through that.
A little bit. I mean, look, I don't think Susie's been on tour before, but she's definitely no stranger to
clubs, right? But I mean, maybe New York clubs are different than when you get out of the city. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean,
I have no idea.
Same lineage.
Sure, of course, yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, they both could grow, right? It's a learning experience for both of them, and I'm sure the next time they go on tour, if they do, they'll be more prepared.
Sure. And I get it. We're Midwesterners. You and I have been called out more than once on why do you expect everybody to be all geez shucks nice and the rest of the world like
I know, right? Yeah.
Because that's how we are
spoiled,
right? Because that's how we are here. You bump into somebody who screw up their schedule or get a hotel room that they can't sleep in.
Yeah.
You usually say like, mea culpa, I'm sorry, my bad. And
when you go back to the East Coast, like when I go
it's
to
different,
family,
right? For sure,
it's a whole other vibe. It takes me a second to adjust to it.
Yeah, of course, right? So, I mean, I get that Susie, like having no contrition whatsoever about her litany of screw ups there, never really said, my bad, I'm sorry, or I could have done this better, or there was nothing about Susie that wasn't like lash out at everybody, and. The idea, it kind of culminated for me when she got out of the closet and Joel absolutely saves the day. And she's like, why'd you call him? I was going to take care of it. And it's like, bro, if there's one thing you were not doing, it was taking care of it.
And it's funny. So sometimes in TV shows, violence can be kind of funny.
Right.
That was a great example.
Sure, it was.
And also, there's just some people that deserve to get decked.
Right. Yeah. Of course, we're talking Hollywood violence, not real world violence. Right.
Well,
yeah.
in the real world, I'm sure those people deserve to get decked too. But this is different.
Yeah.
This is a TV show. And
well, I think if you tell somebody I'm not going to pay you your money for a job, for a gig they just did, you're running the chances that you might get punched in the face at the end of that.
Also, in New York City, that's a good way to get your legs broken.
That's what I'd say. I'm not paying you. Come back next time.
These are the mob days.
Yeah. The simple idea that you just told a married woman, because you said your name is Mrs. Maisel when you went on stage, you are just rolling the dice that her husband's not going to show up and smack you around a little. And he did.
I love that Joel's a tough guy.
I do too.
He's the complete unexpected tough guy.
Yeah, and we didn't see it coming, right?
No.
Not until the end of season 1 when that guy with the heckler right outside the club.
Oh yeah.
And Joel had some stuff to work out anyway, so he took it out on that guy. You didn't feel bad for that guy either.
I might have deserved it.
Right, and this guy was just a con artist, right? Thanks for doing the show, now go away.
And I like that he's like, the endless amount of support from Joel makes you wonder why he just didn't stay with her in the first place, because it was his choice to end the relationship.
Right. He had some growing up to do, I guess is the best thing you can say. Joel had no idea who he was. He's still figuring it out. And I think Joel's
doing a great job.
He's doing a great job. And he might be doing a great job right now because he's kind of running on guilt. You know what I mean? It's of like, my motivating driving factor right now is that I can't get over it. Remember the last episode, right? I want to be forgiven. Yeah. He just can't forgive himself over the incredibly heartless things that he did in the beginning of season 1.
Yeah.
And he's trying to make amends for it. But I will say everyone screws up, and Joel is being a prince as far as making those steps to make amends. He really is. I'm in his core.
And also, when we first saw that moment, when he's like, I can't be with you, we kind of thought it was because he was not jealous, but didn't like what she was saying.
Sure.
Now we know it's completely because of his own self-loathing.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with Midge's act. It's all him. It's all his self-loathing and all his feeling of worthlessness almost, and just paling in comparison to her. He's stuck in her shadow.
Right. And I mean, if he's the punchline of the joke, I see him not wanting to come along for that ride.
Yeah.
But not because he's mad that she's talking about it. He's not.
I think it's more than that. Yeah.
I think it's like because she's right.
She's right. And
I am the punchline of the joke.
He's the catalyst for all this.
He is.
And it's him. It's him. He's the one that started this for her.
And he's having a really hard time working through that, and I understand why.
He's adjusting to it, though. I mean, he's showing up and beating dudes up for her. Like that's not an every night kind of thing, but he has her support.
He's there for her, right?
Put Susie on the phone.
Right.
He changed a tire.
He's completely supportive. He's good with the kids while she's gone.
He is.
He's like, don't worry about anything here. I'm taking care of everything. Do you need any money? Do you need anything? Joel's been great and
much more supportive than her parents.
Right. And obviously, we are pulling for Midge to be self-sufficient, and Midge wants to be self-sufficient. But I mean, she's at the beginning of a really tough road. So there might be sometimes she's got to lean on somebody. And I'm really glad that Joel is willing to be that somebody.
I am too.
I mean, how many people can say that their biggest supporters of their lifelong endeavors are their exes, right? That's got to be a rare thing,
Kudos.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, a period piece, but you know what? I feel like there's something to be learned there today for that kind of mean, just because your exes, obviously not all exes are amicable.
Right. For sure.
Some things need to be over. But no, if you're on speaking terms and you're both, adults.
When you're raising kids together still, yeah.
This is a really good example to follow. Obviously it's a TV show, but you should be able to be friendly and cordial and have each other's back.
Sure.
You're in it for the long run now.
And I think at the end there, Rose kind of leaving the mess for Midge to clean up. Works as a metaphor. This is your mess. You created this mess. You cleaned it up. It was petty, but
her forgetting's
a big deal. And Rose had to go do the whole baby shower herself.
Trying to save the day.
Yeah, no, she did save the day.
Yeah.
So I think asking Midge, you clean up the mess when you get back, is a small price to pay.
No, sure.
She is her daughter, and sometimes kids need a little tough love, and that's a tough love situation. I am not here to clean up all of your messes that you just forget, because this isn't the first time, right, that Midge has dropped the ball on her responsibilities to other people. I felt like she did the same thing in the Catskills when she went back to do her gig and didn't tell Susie, and Susie's stuck in the Catskills wondering what's going on while she's off, somewhere else. Or not was it a gig, or did she just go back to the city?
It was for the
with Benjamin. She went back to work. She went back to work. So it wasn't even a gig. But she dropped the ball and went back to the city. And I know that it wasn't easy to find or tell Susie, but just the one line. Find somebody and say, hey, find the one with the plunger and tell her that I'm out of town. It would have felt so much better.
We saw it would have got back to her because everybody there loves Susie.
She would have told any employee.
Yeah, tell the girl with the plunger and go back.
And even if it didn't get to Susie, for the audience's benefit, it'd be like, Midge isn't being self-centered right now. She's not being selfish right now.
And I think it'll come with time. She's lived a privileged life. And you know what? Midge is down to earth for the most part.
Yeah, she's down to earth. She's sweet. She is privileged, right? There's a lot going on with her, but
she can adapt to everything. She is marvelous. She's amazing, and
she wants to be a really giving person.
And
right?
she is. She's a good person. Midge
She's a
is
great person.
Midge is like one of the best TV characters ever. She's like, in many ways, she's like Ted Lasso.
Yeah, largely, yeah.
I mean,
she threw a baby shower for a girl that she worked with at a department store.
Yeah.
She didn't have to.
Imogen
a
was her
wedding. Right. She threw a wedding.
Yeah.
Right, sorry. She threw a wedding for a girl she worked with at the department store. She didn't have to do that.
She did not do that.
And I mean, let's face it. How many, people, not women, but people in general with her upbringing would have stepped in and done something like that for a casual friend, right? Yeah, exactly. It wasn't even, you're not really that close with, but you know what? I'm going to step in and take care of this for you. And she does that all the time with people. She is selfless. It's just that sometimes, she lets things slip because she is so used to like, I'm doing my life my way.
Yeah.
I'll be as considerate as I can, but the blinders are on. The privilege blinders are on. They're on everybody to some extent. That grows up in privilege, right? Clearly unintentionally. I wouldn't call her a selfish person at all.
Not at all. No.
It's just that sometimes she's like, "Oh yeah, I should have considered that and didn't."
Yeah.
I feel like this really was an episode where Susie kind of irritated me a little bit. Midge never did. I thought it was cute that she thought the guy was the guy. Yeah, the motel front desk guy was going to carry her bags up for her. She's wrong. It shows her privilege, but it wasn't malicious in any way. Susie, on the other hand, was like, I screwed up, and my natural defense to that is lashing out at you for calling out my screw up.
Well, so we thought they were going to be late to take off.
Right.
They said 1:30 sharp, don't be late. But really what it was is they were unprepared in a different way.
Completely, right.
They were just unprepared.
It's a learning curve for Susie, and I forgive her for that. But again, it's how she...
They did better than we would have.
Yeah.
I never had to go on tour like that.
Absolutely, right.
I mean, it's new. It's a new experience.
Right.
You're not going to kill it 100% of the time.
There's a million questions that Susie learned that she needs to be asking. Like, all right, I actually need to find it. Call the club and say, where do your acts usually stay? Not let me find the cheapest hotel I can find.
Check the forecast.
Yeah, check the weather forecast. Yeah. Call and say, call and find out, like, what am I going to expect to get paid? Is it going to be a percentage, or am I actually getting? Is it going to be worth my time? If it rains, am I going to get turned away at the door? Yeah. These are things she needs to learn. But like I said, it's a simple fact that she acted like she didn't do anything wrong with all of this, right?
Put it all on Midge.
Yeah, put it all on Midge. Yeah. Midge couldn't sleep because you snored all night. How dare you record that?
The snoring at the club, the giant tape recorder. It's like.
Yeah, it's like at some point you have to own the fact that you're really screwing up. Yeah,
you can make mistakes. It's it's part of life.
Right.
But just own it.
Yeah, own the fact that you're not doing great in some of the steps of your learning. And like I said, it really culminated for me with her going off on Midge a little bit for calling Joel, who actually saved the day. I'm like, you weren't handling anything, man.
We've been stuck in that closet all night.
Right. We jumped into a stolen car to go do this disaster of a tour. We were broke by the time we got back.
Yeah.
You didn't handle anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, this was I would have had a hard time staying friends or friendly for a while.
So, there was that line at the end of the episode where the guy's like the club guy, when he was like, "Is this your manager?" to Joel.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to kind of step in some kind of manager, like some kind of manager position? I mean, because I know it's Susie, but like, do you think Joel's going to help with that?
I don't, because for a couple of reasons. One, I don't think the show's good, and I don't think it should diminish Susie like that.
Yeah, that'd be
but right. If Joel steps in, then all of a sudden it's almost like, why is Susie even around?
Yeah.
In that capacity, I just think Susie's going to get better at it naturally. As Midge's career grows, Susie's going to be asking smarter questions and doing smarter planning. How well you type up the itinerary is not nearly as important as the other stuff that actually got dropped.
Sure.
But I don't know what capacity Joel. I don't think he'll have to do that again per se. But I mean, I think Joel stays an important supportive presence.
Yeah.
I think moving forward, Joel has to be kind of like the buffer between all the families and her. Yeah. I think that's where Joel's heroism is being the father as well as being the, save her from the Wisemans and Maisels.
Sure, as middleman.
Yeah, he's gonna be like the abuse sponge. I feel like for a lot of that to kind of help her stay focused, and because I don't think we're done with the 4 adults.
No,
the 4 parents being awful.
No,
you know what I mean?
They're stuck in their ways. They're the older generation.
Yeah, completely. And I think that point's been driven home pretty well. Yeah. It's like, this is not going to be a quick fix with him.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks for being here with us, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.